We have a full moon on June 14th in Scorpio. And this is a very emotional time, but it also can be really empowering too. We have the untying of karmic knots with this particular placement, but our emotional triggers can be up, but there's really a desire for a deeper level of devotion is what we're really being called to. Hi, I'm Prema Gurreri, Vedic Astrologer and Business Oracle, and welcome to Chart Your Path. If you're new to the channel and you haven't subscribed yet, I'd appreciate it if you do subscribe and hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of my weekly updates. And if you haven't taken the Sacred Wealth Code quiz yet and you want to know one of your Sacred Wealth Code archetypes, the link to the quiz is down below, as well as the Aligned Power from the Inside Out activation and some other free resources for you as well. This full moon is happening in Scorpio in Jyeshtha Nakshatra, and it's really the untying of karmic knots. And I'll get into why that is. It's at the Gandanta point because it's at 29 degrees. And it is happening at about 3:52 a.m. Pacific time. So this is in Scorpio, and this is the sidereal zodiac, the true placement of the planets. Now, what's also really potent about this full moon is we had the last full moon on May 16th was the lunar eclipse, and you can check out my video about the lunar eclipse if you wanted to go into more detail about that. But this is again revisiting that Scorpio energy. So even though it's at the other end of Scorpio, 29 degrees, and the lunar eclipse was at 1 degree, we are still in this Scorpio energy for another full moon, which is not common. So it's important that you really stay grounded and keep your emotions in check. There's this deep desire to release some old limiting beliefs and patterns, but also a real call to step up into your personal power, into your, I want to say your creative and your mental brilliance. So here's the thing about our emotional energy. Either we're managing our emotions or our emotions are managing us. And Scorpio is deeply emotional, but underneath the emotions, it's deeply devotional. So it's really important to know what you are devoted to where it comes to Scorpio in your chart. So Jyeshtha is the nakshatra that represents the eldest sister, the eldest queen even. It's really the energy of the crone, the very wise one. Now, with crone energy, it's not something in this day and time that we're really recognize here in the Western culture and really needs to be. This is a place of deep wisdom. This is across the zodiac where the moon is exalted, really in its Rohini, in the nakshatra across the zodiac. But this is where you've come in with that deep, deep, deep wisdom, and we can access this. Now, Lord Indra is the deity here, and it's really the protector, sort of the hero, the dragon slayer that defeats the dragon by courage and by wisdom, by your smarts, not by your might and your sheer power. So this is where it really gives you the ability to, what do you need courage for right now? And this may not be something you're moving against. It could be an inner pattern. It could be a belief system, but it also could be the courage to step into something new, something you're wanting to launch in your business, in your work, in a project, something that you're wanting to create and bring to the world. And it takes that inner empowerment to be able to step into it. This is a good full moon to really set your intentions, whether it's something that you're clearing out or whether it's something that you're bringing forward that's new, because this energy can really support you in that. So it's about personal power, not ego power. Creative brilliance, mental brilliance. There's an aspect of when Mercury is actually with the sun right now, but Mercury actually rules Jyeshtha at a level. So it's important to make sure that you're not in that ego sense, and that you really are using your intuition, your creative ability. It'll really give you the ability to do that. Now, we have this beautiful grace and aspect from Jupiter, and Jupiter's for the whole year is aspecting all the water signs, trining all the water signs. And this is a beautiful, beautiful thing, because with this, it brings grace onto this placement. So it gives you extra light, extra grace. Now Saturn's aspecting too, which adds a level of restraint, but I like to see that as a level of realism. And we could all use a little realism. And then again, Mercury is with the sun and bringing its mental brilliance here as well. So it's well aspected. The symbol here is the earring or the circular talisman, Vishnu's disc. And again, the ruling deity here is Mercury. So again, that creative brilliance and really giving you that creative genius to accomplish things with skill, with precision, and not with our, sort of our brute force. Not with the honorable warrior, which is one of Scorpio's archetypes here, one of Mars's archetypes. We can either come to something, again, like with that lightning bolt of brilliance, or we can push against something. Use your lightning bolt of inner brilliance. And the sage, Jupiter's archetype up in Pisces, aspecting this will really help you to be able to do that. So the Gandanta point here, can really draw us into this deeply psychological place, but really what we're being called to is emotional liberation. And so in order to have emotional liberation, you've got to pierce through the patterns and get down below and understand and get down to the devotion. So give yourself some meditation time, use a self-inquiry process, a clearing process. In my Sacred Wealth Code journal, which you can grab on my website or Amazon, links are below, but there's some great meditations in here and also that you have access to, and also some deep inquiry processes to really be able to tap into your heart. And then also, per having Mars behind you, take some inspired action to move past that. Now, with the Gandanta point, it's like these karmic knots are being untied behind the scenes. So sometimes just sitting quiet, sometimes getting out for a walk, doing your yoga practice, whatever your spiritual practice is, your martial arts, whatever it is. And just having the awareness, something is ready to release. We don't always have to get psychological about it. So just to understand that, and that there's, and just being willing to surrender, being willing to let go. Surrender is not giving up. It's giving yourself or something up to the divine. That is a wonderful way to work with this energy as well. Just watch out around this full moon though, because again, emotions can absolutely be high. Be attuned to more so of like, what are you being liberated from? What are you stepping into your empowerment for? I'd love to hear that, and leave me a comment below. What are you ready to be liberated from? And what do you need some more courage and personal power to really birth or to move through during this time? Love to hear what that is for you. The sun is going to move into Gemini from Taurus the day after, and that's going to bring some wonderful mental brilliance and ability to move into some real fluid and versatile solutions. I talk about that more in my June update, and you can watch that video there. The link is down below. And also, we have to be careful of the Venus transit conjunct Rahu. So we've got Venus, our great connector, with the magician, Rahu, the north node of the moon, but this is also the artist as well. And so relationships have been a little bit dramatic and pretty pumped up. So I want you to really watch out for the 16th, but really the 15th, 16th, and 17th. I go into this deeper again in the June update, but keep in mind that these are contentious days right before Venus is going to transit into Taurus on the 18th, and then we'll have some relief from that. But take it easy around relationships. Don't go into big conversations, and in fact, take a breath of fresh air, take a step back, and let go of your expectations around relationships. Drama will be high. That's the magician on the shadow side. Drama, entanglement, complication, intoxication. So if you're intoxicated with someone, take a deep breath, get connected with yourself, and then use your creative energy. I said, pour your energy into doing something creative. That's a good use of that energy. I so appreciate you being here. If you haven't already subscribed, I really appreciate you subscribing and sharing this video. And if you want to go deeper into your own chart, then I would invite you to check out my links below. All my readings are there, and also for my programs, including the Solutionary Blueprint, and we are taking enrollment. So if you are a conscious visionary and want to move your work out into the world in a big way, but do it from the inside out with astrology, with intuition, and really by your own soul blueprint, then you can book a call, we'll have a conversation and see if it's a good fit for you. All right, so much love to you.